Fishers, we've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news being, I was talking to Maso down in Albury, and he tells me that Hume Weir needs a bit of a heart starter. Get the old defibrillator out, he reckons, because it is crap at the moment. It's just not happening down there. The occasional redfin, the occasional trout, but I tell you what, you've got to work pretty darn hard on it to catch a fish out of it. And that's the disappointing news for the Victorian scene. Well, Victoria, New South Wales. And the Middle River's not bad, fishing reasonably well. Dart's still okay. Got the Dart Cup on the long weekend in June, so that's a bit of a bonus, a little bit of activity there as far as a comp goes. But, it's fishing reasonably well. You get a couple of good days on Dart and you should do reasonably well. Moala's probably the only highlight down that way, getting some very good catches out of there. We're really pleased with Moala. It's dropped about a foot or two at the moment, and it's on its way down. Apparently it's going to refill in July from what I've been told, but who knows, we'll just guess on that one. But hopefully it'll fish all right while it's low. We'll just keep our fingers crossed, and I'd be pretty confident of getting a few fish out of it. So anybody heading down there, try the old surface lure technique. It seems to work a bit of a treat, and also give the spinnerbait trolling a bit of a go too. 1 and 2 ounce spinnerbait should do the job nicely in some of the channels, and on the shallower flats just use your standard size spinnerbait and it'll cover the options pretty well. I think you'll get some pretty good results. Some of the fish down there are pretty good quality at the moment. Now, you may have noticed the Murrumbidgee River is low, but it's clear and it looks absolutely brilliant. They are catching reasonable amounts of cod out of it, and if you put in the time, I think you'll get some really good quality fish. Casting to all those snags, it's going to be nice and easy once you get your boat in. You'll have no drama at all, just manoeuvring very slowly around the timber, holding with electric motor, flicking lures around. You'll have a great time, actually. If I was doing a bit of bait fishing, I'd definitely go with the scrub worms and big yabby scenario, but using a yabby spider, peel the shell off the back, put a hook through it, drop it in under a snag, you'll get some results pretty quickly there. Anybody wanting to fish Burrinjuck, there's a bit of activity there. We're pretty happy with it. A few yellows, a few cod. It's not firing, but it's okay. Lake Albert's surprisingly very good at the moment. I don't know if anyone's had a look at it. My goodness gracious me, it looks clear. I've never seen it that clean before in my life, I don't think. And they're actually trolling a few fish out of it as well. And fishing off the bank with scrub worms, definitely the way to go. You could try small yabbies. You'll probably get better, harder hits, but the most hits, the most fish you'll catch will be on scrubbies without a doubt. Tumut River's good. It's up a little bit more than it was last week, but it's still fishing okay, so we're happy with that. A few rainbows coming out of it. Did get a couple of good reports from the Goobagandra, fishing extremely well. Blowering, bit flat. Not much happening there at all, which is disappointing. Most of the fish out of there have been caught off the bank with yabbies. Trolling has been very, very average out of there, but it might pick up. Junimar Pondage I don't mention very often. Fishing off the bank with soft plastics or bait has been very good. Quite a few nice trout coming out of it. Talbingo's a bit on the flat side, getting a few on fenders and cowbells and worms, which is a typical old scenario for Talbingo, but it's a bit lower from what I've been told at the moment as well. Yucca, it's been patchy, nothing consistent there, which is a bit frustrating. They're getting a few trout out of it around that Providence Portal area, but if we get a little bit more rain, get things activated a bit, I reckon it'll fire up big time. So look on trolling minnow body lures, 20 to 25 foot capable around that Yucca, around Providence Portal area, and you should do all right. Or if the river gets a bit of dirty water in it, I think you'll get some really good results out of it. So it looks pretty promising there. Wagga, a little bit of activity, but a bit on the quiet side. So as you can see, we've got a bit of action around us. It's not going crazy, but it's still good fishing time. This is the Compleat Anglers Fishing Report for this week. Catch you again next week.